What is going on, everybody? JolliB here, and today I'm going to bring you guys a game review for Deadhold. Now, this game caught my eye because it's very similar to the game that I used to play way back then. One of my first few video games I played on PC called Myth. Myth came in 3 parts. It's made by Bungie, and it's an RTS without the base building, and you get limited pool of units, and they gain experience and improve themselves over time if you keep them alive, as they will go on to the next part of every level. Now, if your units do die, they are permanently dead, but they will get replaced on the next stage as a recruit and has no experience. Thus, you lose all the benefits of having an experienced unit, which will be useful for you as you go down the campaign missions. Now, I just want to let you know that this game is in very early alpha, and I'm here to review its current state as of right now, that is played by the public and can be bought through Steam for $19.99. $20. So let's get to it. First things first, at its current status right now, there's only 2 things you can play in the game. You can do the campaign, but only the first level. You can do it on different modes if you want. And you need to play these levels to get any of the item drops, as you will see when I show you the game loadouts for the game. So as of right now, you can only do this mission, the first mission, as the other missions are still not out yet. Now you can play the first mission either solo or with your friends, but somebody will have to host it, as there is no dedicated server. Same for when you want to play multiplayer mode. Somebody has to host it. And there's only one mode that you can play at the moment. You can only play a 4-player horde mode, which you can have right here. And you can have that either the standard 10 wave, 25 wave, or 50 waves with difficulty levels down you go. As you know, you still need to get the drop rates, which I will show you when I start a level for you. Before you start any levels, you will need to pick your battle setup, or whatever you want to call it, your unit setup. Now you get these standard preset builds that the game will offer you, but most likely you will need to customize it to your liking, especially if you have any other drop items later on. Now, first things first, you have limited points to choose from as your unit pool. You get 20 points. I don't know if you get more, because currently with the current modes we have, we only get 20 points to split between 4 units. A warrior, which is a mediocre armored class. You get the standard ranger archers. Sappers are your little gremlin grunts that will throw in exploding grenades. They're mostly good, but sometimes they fail you because their grenades will not work if there's water, or sometimes the fuse will just die out, and thus you're just going to be throwing in a dud and the grenade will not explode. And barbarians are your high movement speed, high attack, low armor units. As you can see, as the sapper is the most expensive unit, as you get 4 points for one. You can only have 2 max. Followed along by your ranger and your barbarian, and of course your warrior is your typical meat shield. Now you can go all 1 unit class, but I highly don't recommend it. I will at least recommend that you take 1 or 2 sappers with you, because they will clear out all the big hordes when I show you later with the gameplay down the line. Now you have these deities right here, and you will select them depending on your playstyle. Now if you're gonna be running a lot of warriors, then you're gonna want the Old Man War. Old Man War or Old War Man? I don't know why Old Man War. So interesting deity, but this will give you your warriors 100% block, which will reduce the damage by a third. And also will give you a passive where your warriors are in low health, they have a chance of healing. Now this is where the drop system goes on, as you can choose different ruins and items that you will find as you play the game. I don't have much, but you can choose different gems that will give you different stat boosts for your units, so you will cater this to your playstyle. Now you can only get these as you play the game, and they are random, so do keep that in mind. And there's also, as the Old Man of War, you have the Huntress. Now the Huntress active, you need to have rangers in your party, as it's limited to the ranger site. If you have no more rangers left in your party, then it's kind of useless to have this as your secondary or primary, because you can't use the barrage skill anyway without any rangers. So I would recommend a balanced party, even though that with the Huntress you get reduce friendly fire. There is friendly fire in this game. Your sappers or your archers can shoot your own units and kill them, so you have to watch out for that. My favorite setup right now is the Old Man with the Reaver. And same here for here, you get all this items right here. You can choose a relic. You start out with the basic relic, and you can go from there. Right now I only got 2 relics, and you start out with the Apprentice Healing Balm, but if you get lucky you'll get a better potions like the Vial of Adrenaline. So do keep this in mind, so just choose your loadout appropriately. For me, I like to go with the Reaver and choose the Huntress anyway for the reduced friendly fire damage from the Reaver. So I'm gonna make this as the Reaver and the Huntress right here. Of course, like that, and I'm just gonna go all Barbarian and 2 of the Sappers. Now this is in all game modes, so even though you're doing a campaign, this screen will pop up for you and you can choose your layout before you start the game. Now I don't know if this will be limited or improved as you go down the campaign map, but as of right now, this is what we have.
Yes? There?
So here we are. If you are a Myth fan, then this will look very familiar to you. They've captured the look very good, actually.
Moving, no match.
And I'm very surprised. Although the graphics are not that great, but it's good enough for this kind of gameplay. As you can see, my Barbarian Axeman can chop down most of any of the units you will be seeing.
Moving. There. Moving.
And I'll show you right here, once the mobs arrive, the usefulness of these sappers. And as you kill more and more mobs, you will be seeing all these corpses right here. and all their body parts. Just watch these guys throw their grenades. Bam!
Okay. Catch.
As you can see, they are pretty good for
Let's go.
thick and dense mob formations.
Okay.
And that purple orb right there will give us more of our essence, aka mana, for us to cast our spells. Now our skill points right here with the Z and C don't cost much mana, but using it to use our potion is what we're going to be using it for. And for reviving, in case you do mess up and kill your own units, or you just get overwhelmed.
Okay.
Moving. There. There. Going.
Okay. Bombs away. Yeah.
Let's go.
Fuse. Fuse.
Let's go.
Wave complete.
Okay.
As you can see right there, one of the grenades went dead, but since I have two sappers, even though one went dead and the other one exploded, it also exploded the dud with it. So you have to keep eye on that also, in case if you are fighting around a dud grenade and somehow your sapper triggers that one, it will do a chain explosion.
Let's go. No match.
Okay.
Keep 'em coming. Keep 'em coming. Who's next? Pathetic.
Now my favorite part of this game is after you've been playing for a bit, all the body parts that you have blown up, sliced off, or shot will be littered all over the battlefield, just like how it was in the game back then I used to play. So this is very fun to watch, especially if you have a strong computer. You can have it all in maximum settings so that you can see all the glorious body parts that your sappers have blown up.
Wave complete.
And when you look at that blood, it's basically painting the ground red. For me, that's entertaining and brings back memories from the old game that I used to love. Now the first mission, nothing so complicated. It is the first mission of the campaign. You start from point A, get to point B, defend point B,
Keep 'em coming.
and that is about it. Can't really say much about the meat of the story or of the single player campaign because we only get one. Like I said, this is very early alpha, if you really want to call it an alpha. You get one mission and one modem multiplayer,
Let's go.
and it's not even a dedicated server, so you have to host it yourself. And from the looks of it, the most I've seen in the list is like
Let's go.
4 people, and most of them are playing private solo matches.
There. Let's
So
go.
if you want to play this in multiplayer, it's better you play it among friends that you bought it together or people you met
Smash
online.
arms.
Overall, at this current state of the game, I wouldn't recommend buying this for the whopping worth of $20 that they are charging right now. At its current state, I would give this game about a rating of 4 out of 10. It is fun to play, but at its current state, it's very repetitive because you don't have much options to do. hope you like this review of Deadhold. If you find this video useful at all, please hit the like and the subscribe button. And of course, if you disagree with any of my comments or statements, feel free to leave a comment down below.
Let's go.
Or if you just want to say hi, feel free to do that also.
Let's go.
Alright, JolliB out.
Gladly.
You are victorious.